Hello everyone, Gilbert here. Welcome to Reddragon Model Works. I've got a little something I want to show each and every one of you. And it deals with airbrushing. It deals with needles in particular. Now, all of us that use an airbrush know that every now and then, sometimes more than not, you'll drop a needle, you'll bend a needle, at the most inopportune time. And many of us use needles that are not sold commercially in like Hobby Lobby or what is the other one? Hobby Town or our local stores. So we have to order these things online. And that can be frustrating, especially if you're working on a deadline. So I have been eyeballing a little piece of kit for the last, 6-8 months by a company called Sharpen Air. Right here. Sharpen Air. Now Sharpen Air, if you forgive me, I'm going to read it off my phone. Sharpen Air was started by an airbrush artist by the name of Chad Elliott. His brother right here, Chad Elliott. And I'm going to read a little bit of something here for you. It says, Chad Elliott, an accomplished airbrush artist and entrepreneur, was frustrated with delayed install projects due to bent airbrush needles. Quote, when you are down to your last needle towards the end of a project in the late hours of the night, and that is not when you want to be stuck with a ruined airbrush needle. Chad explains that oftentimes artists rely on spare needles and usually have to order replacements online. The specific types of needles many airbrush artists prefer to use cannot be found locally in stores in many areas of the country. This issue piqued his interest in finding a tool he could readily purchase to get him out of a jam during his projects. He wanted something that he had the ability to easily and efficiently repair and straighten a needle without having to wait several days for more needles to come in the mail. Not to mention save money and keep the project on schedule. Surprising to him, he was unable to find such a product on the market. Sure, there were home remedies, we all know those guys, and do-it-yourself methods, but none seemed to be consistent or foolproof. During his free time, he began to sketch out rough drafts and designs of a simple handheld tool that could repair bent needles and with precision and with consistency. A lot of times these things that we do, guys, these do-it-yourself or these home remedies, although they'll work in a pinch, you'll never get that needle straight as it once was when you first bought it. So, Chad knew that Sharpen Air had to be a universal tool that would work with multiple size fluid needles. The angle at which the needle was sharpened as well as the length of the cone were all considered during the design phase. Now I can go on and on and on, brothers, and I'll leave the link down below where you can read, the brother's journey to this. But suffice to say, look, I saw a review of this a few months back by Michael Cohen right here. And I saw what he had done with that needle, and I'm still a skeptical, I should have been born in Missouri, the show me state, instead of being here in Illinois. So a few days ago, I contacted Chad and I said, hey, I'd like to review one of your products. And he said, great. So he sent me one for review. Now, you guys that know me know that if I review a product, I'll tell you exactly what I think of it. Whether it's good, bad, or something that you can use, I'll tell you guys. I'm not beholden to anyone. But I have to say, guys, I used this product, and you'll see here in the video here, I filmed this part after I did it because I had to add an addendum, this. And I'm astonished. And here, watch the video, guys. You tell me what you think. I promise you that if you buy this piece, you're going to save a lot of money on needles, guys. So, with that being said, grab yourself a cup of coffee, brothers and sisters, sit down, and here's my review of Chad Elliott's Sharpen Air Needle Sharpener. Be back in a second. Okay, so what I got here is something that I believe will save you guys a lot of money. Now, I've never used it. This just came in. All I did was mark this off. This was sent to me from the good people over at Sharpen Air. by the brother Chad Elliott, right here. SharpenAir.com. He also threw in a little sanding pad there. So, what is this, you ask? Well, I'm going to show you guys. Let me get this out of the box. Now, what this is, anybody that has multiple airbrushes, or an airbrush in general, you know that when you ding that needle up and it bends, there's many different ways to fix it, but you can never get it solidly straight again. You know, you can use the old 2 pieces of wood, you know, technique and run it through there and straighten it out. You can, you know, roll it on a piece of wood. There's all kinds of ways to straighten it out, but you never get it actually straight. So you got to buy another needle, and we all know needles are expensive. So this little goodie here, let me roll in a little bit closer, promises to put an end to that. So what is it? Well, it's exactly what it says, Sharpen Air. There's 4 steps to this, so you can either refurbish a bent needle and I don't know, use it again. So this is a Badger 200. God, I've had this for 100 years, man. But I haven't used it because, let me show you. I don't know if you can, let me get it a little closer and I'll show you. The needle is bent. Sorry about this, guys. Again, I'm working on a new rig here, so, well, where are we? As you can see right there, that needle's bent. Now, I can use a piece of wood to straighten it out, but I'll probably never really get it straight again. So what I'm going to do is, this just came in last night, so this is my first attempt at using it. I've seen Cohen C did something on this, and he seemed to like it. So there's 4 different steps to this. Then there's right inside here, you have how they fit in there. See that? So let me see if I can get this light down here just a little bit better. So there's the 4 ways. So now what you want to do is, the furthest to the right, you want to take that, you want to put it in here, and the instructions, they got instructions online over at sharpenair.com/p/instructions. I'll leave the links all down below. So what you want to do is you want to put this in here and then gently give it about 15 revolutions. So there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then pull it out. Now already you can see that needle's straightened out. Now it's still got a bend in it. Whoop, where are we at? It's still got a slight bend in it. It's not 100%. So now what we want to do is we go to number 2, the second step, which is here, and do the same thing. You put that in there. Make sure it's snug. Don't force it in there. Just make sure it's nice and snug. Jesus, this light. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get a better light here. My lighting is kind of off. All right. So you get it in the second one and do the same thing. 10 to 15 revolutions clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I gotta say, when I put it in this first one, you saw that bend in it. You could feel it start to smooth out. There's I would imagine there's a small little whetstone in here, or, you know, sharpening stone. I stuck it in here and I could feel it grab, and then as I'm turning it, I could feel it smooth out. Like right now, smooth as butter. So let's get that out. I'm going to show you. Oh, let me zoom in a little bit more. I'm sorry, guys. Let me zoom in a little bit more if I can get this stupid thing to work. Okay, here we go. Trying to figure out these cameras, man. So That's after the second step. There's still a little bend in it, you see it? So now we'll go to the third step, which is this one here. And it goes progressively. So now, again, put it in there. One, 2, 3, 4. Now I could feel it. 5. I could feel it catching. 6. Yeah, see right there, I could feel it catching. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you can give it a little bit, few more, you know. Now again, I felt it catching real hard in there because now that's third step. I'm going to zoom in again and show you. That was a pretty extreme bend in there. Now let me show you after the third step. Look at that. Almost perfect. Now we'll go to the last step. And that's this one here. That would be the finishing. So you get it in there again. You don't want to force that in. You just want to go in there till it stops. And then turn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to go about 20. All right. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. This is amazing. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Perfect. Perfectly straight. You saw the bend. Refer to the bend that was in the beginning. I'll show you again. Watch. I'm going to bend it again. There's a bend right there. See that? We'll go to the first step right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Give it a couple extra ones. Let me get that light back down here. Bend is gone, guys. Look at that. Just a little bit. See it? If this would stop shaking. Sorry about that. See the... Here, let me get a little closer. Again, you guys have to forgive me. I'm trying to use this new rig and it's not going to work. Where are we at? There we are. It's not. There it is. Come on, baby. There it is. Come on. There's that bend. Yeah, it's not gonna. I think there it is, right there. See it? Right there. Now, that was an extreme close-up. That was number 1. I bent it again. I'll go into number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Go into number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Give it a couple extra ones till I can feel it nice and smooth. Pull that out. Go into the very last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'll give it 20, 18, 19, 20. Now let me zoom in and show you guys that needle. Look at that, guys. Perfectly straight. Stick that back in the 200. It's nice in there, nice and tight. Need to close that up. Get this closed up a little bit. Tighten that needle down. And There she is. That doesn't work. Does it spray? Well, let's find out. And there's more, as Billy Mays would say. Let me get that running. Let me get a little bit of that. I need this piece here for the Badger, the quick disconnect. Okay. I'll get some, what am I going to use for that? Let's try a little squirt of that. Here. We'll do this right here, guys. Take this, and this. Oh, damn thing's making noise. Sorry about that. Here's another Badger 150. This thing is like older than dirt. God, I haven't used this in 100 years, man. Pull that off. Get this right here. Do a little shake. A little bit in there. Some thinner. Mix that up. It's no biggie, because all I want to do is show you that now that needle is beautiful. Hook that up. And there it is. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Isn't that something? Let me bump up this. This is a siphon fed, so it's got to go up a little higher. And there we go. Look at this. Works beautifully. You see that? Look at that. Perfect. Beautiful. Open it all the way up. Look at that. I use this for when I'm doing mottling or camouflage, you know, like that German camouflage. You can just sit there and just all day long, just bip, 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 like that. It's also good for black basing. But anyway, I digress. See, the needle works perfect, guys. So, what do I think of this? I'll tell you what, guys. This is probably going to be my new best friend. Is it worth what you pay for it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Here. This, I'll have all their links and everything down below, guys, down below here, so you guys can see it. This thing here is probably, it's worth its weight in gold. If you're an airbrusher, it's not cheap. It's about 60 bucks, but I'll tell you what, you know, it's worth every penny. You get this, you can buy a replacement stone for that, for the inside. And then you get the polishing pad to help, you know, you can polish the needle with that. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of it. It's worth the 60 bucks considering what needles cost nowadays. Yeah. Be back in a second, guys. So, what do you guys think? I think this piece here is outstanding. If you airbrush, if you do a lot of airbrushing, if you damage your needles, we all know what needles cost, guys. They're expensive. If you damage one, yes, you can use the boards, you can try to straighten them out, but you're never truly going to get it totally straight. This does it. You know what? I don't recommend stuff all that much. Any people, you guys that have watched me for the last 3 years, you know I'm very leery about people and their claims and their products. I very rarely do I endorse something. And I'm gonna tell you something, guys. This is worth the $60. This is worth it. If you damage 3 needles, this pays for itself. 3 needles. This will pay for itself. So, again, check these brothers out right here. SharpenAir.com. It's 60 bucks, and I'll tell you something, guys. This thing is kick-ass. So, go check the brother out. His name is Chad here. His name is Chad Elliott. He was kind enough to send me this. You can find the instructions on how to use this online, and I'll put everything down below. The links are below. But I'll tell you what, man. When I saw Cohen C's video on it, I was still a little skeptical. Got my hands on it. Damn fine piece of equipment. Anybody that airbrushes, anybody that has maybe, if you've used an airbrush, for us in the hobby, you know what those needles cost. Guys, I'm telling you, this thing is worth its weight in gold. Thank you for watching. You know, we'll see you guys this weekend for the Styrene Syndicate show. I'll also have it on there, and I'll review it on there live also. You guys have a good one. It's Reddragon saying peace. You know, be good to your families. Love your children, brothers and sisters. Love your children. Leave the trolling and the drama to the queens. We don't need it here with the adults. And build a damn model, guys. Peace.